Hey, welcome to our episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. The last of the four beers that was sent to me from Tilray Brands. Another one from Montauk Brewing Company. Cold Day IPA. Doesn't say anything about it on the can other than it's 6.7 ABV and it's good until March 30th of next year. So they didn't even have anything on the website. So I poured it into the glass and pretty standard kind of old school IPA. I probably call it like a honey amber, slight orange. I know it looks orange on camera. It's not. Got about 2 fingers of foam on there. Let's give this thing a smell. Pretty standard, old school aroma. To me, it smells like citrus peel, orange peel. Might be Amarillo hops. But I checked their website, and there was nothing about this beer. In fact, they only had 2 beers listed on there. So I don't know what's up. I hate when breweries don't have every beer on their website. So I would say, yeah, it's kind of reminds me like a Stone, some kind of West Coast, at least off the aroma. It is not, even though it's fairly hazy to look at. This, I don't believe they're going for a hazy IPA. In fact, based on the name, I assume they were going for a cold IPA, but usually those are like crystal clear, like a Pilsner. So I guess we'll find out what's going on with this one. Cheers. Yeah, same thing I said on the aroma. I said, smells like a Stone or something. Tastes like that. I probably call it like tangerine, orange, like all the orange citrus fruits. Maybe a little grapefruit peel in there. It's got some bitterness, but not a ton. These are the kind of beers I used to drink back in the Albany days of this show, just like on a random weeknight. It's like, wow, that matches the microphone cover almost perfectly. Yeah, it's a fine IPA. Nothing amazing about it. Nothing wrong with it. Actually, I think Untapped said it was 40 IBUs, which I could buy. Seems about right. It's not like super bitter. I mean, there's enough hops in there that I noticed because like right away, right up front, kind of get this tangerine orange kind of flavor, but more like the peel of an orange. Like it is not some kind of rich, sweet, juicy, succulent taste. You know, like a lot of the hazies, the New England hazies tend to have. This is just old school West Coast flavor. Has like a tiny little bit of like a dank or peppery or spicy kind of note, something like that. But I think, I don't know, it's hard to tell like if that's the bitterness or like the flavor of the hops. Got some decent lacing. Yeah, and like it's a nice balance. I was gonna say it's a nice balance, but like the malt, as is often the case in like 90% of IPAs, the malt is just like a nondescript base malt. I would not call it. There's nothing remarkable about it. Like it's not toasty, it's not caramelly or anything like that. It's just base malt. Actual drinkability is pretty nice. 6.7. Definitely not an imperial or double IPA. Far from a session IPA. So I mean, it's got enough body for a single IPA. I'd probably call it like medium. Yeah, probably about medium. Carbonation probably about the same. It's fairly crisp. I would not call it. I mean, it's smooth going down, but it's not like rich and creamy or anything like that. Like a lot of the hazies tend to be. This is, has a little bit more snap to it than a hazy. Hops linger a little bit on the tongue. I get no alcohol. Not that I should. I mean, 6.7. It's not that strong, at least not by today's standards. So yeah, this is an okay. It's an okay IPA. It's about as good as the other one that I had, the Wave Chaser. It just kind of reminds me, like, this is like an IPA people were making like 15 years ago. In fact, this brewery, I just checked their website. It said they opened in 2012. I just think it says right on here. Yeah, established 2012. So this to me reminds me of an IPA from 2012, and like back then, it was pretty cool. Actually, maybe even back then I would have been like, this is fine. I would have probably the same reaction to it. Like from a mechanical point of view, it's fine brewing feat. From a consumer, taster, personal point of view, it's not that it's bad. It's just that it's kind of unexciting and unoriginal. It's yeah. So I mean, as far as the craftsmanship, good. As far as the originality, fail on that. So score for the Montauk Cold Day IPA. It's like 6.5, maybe 7 if I'm being generous or I'm in a good mood. I gave the other beer a 7. This is probably about as good as that one. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with it at all. It's just that it's, something from like 15 years ago. So anyway, I'm rambling. If you watch all the way in, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you for Whiskey Wednesday. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.